Hi, my name is Blake. I'm a pilot and I created ScheduleFlyt. ScheduleFlyt is an application, a web application that I created for pilots. But in order to do that, I actually had to create the application for pilot examiners, like medical examiners and designated pilot examiners. And the reason for that is my flight training got delayed a bunch of times. And it was always really hard to coordinate with designated pilot examiners because they're so busy and even find them in the first place. So the FAA's website has gotten a little bit better, but it still kind of sucks when you're trying to find just an examiner in your area for medical or like a designated pilot examiner for a check ride. And so I wanted to be able to just search my zip code, find the designated pilot examiners or the medical examiners in my area instead of relying on like a list from a flight school or my CFI to do it and then calling, 7 different examiners or 5 different examiners and hey, what days do you have available? And to see who has the next available date because you don't want your training to lapse too long prior to, and you don't want to have to like go up and do like extra lessons, right? To try and make sure that you're ready. Make sure that you're ready. So basically, what ScheduleFlyt does is it allows examiners, both medical and DPEs, to go on the platform, input their schedule. Like maybe they're available Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and that's it. And they're taking vacation, whatever. They can put in any dates that they're not going to be available. They can set their schedule to whatever they want it to be, and then a student or a pilot can come in to try and book them in their area and see their next available slots. And slots can be varied in length, so the examiner can actually set different slot lengths based on the check ride type, which makes sense because a private pilot exam is not going to take nearly as long as, say, a CFI exam would. A multi-engine is not going to take as long as an instrument check ride would. So, um, I mean, I'm not a pilot examiner, but I would guess, right? So it allows them to set all of those things, and then you can see what their next available slots are for the next like 90 days or whatever, and just request to book one of those slots. The examiner gets a message saying, hey, John Adams requested you on this date at this time, and they can either accept it or decline it. And if they decline it, or better yet, if they don't want to accept it, but they want to put you on a wait list for like the next available date, and let's say they have a student cancel because they weren't quite ready, or maybe it's someone going for their private and the weather's kind of marginal VFR, but someone going for their instrument check ride might want that challenge and might be willing to go up for a check ride on that. Or medical examination, same thing, like next available date for someone who canceled. So yeah, it makes it really, really easy for examiners because they can just pop in their schedule, and now there's no more back and forth emails, phone calls, text messages to try and get everything lined up. It just all in one place. And for students and pilots that are going for additional ratings or have to go through another check ride for whatever reason, or their initial check rides for different ratings, they can just search by their zip code and they found you and they know, hey, here's the next available date. It's super simple. And that's why I created it. On top of that, if some examiners charge a deposit fee or like force you to put down a deposit, and that's fine. Like, totally get it because if you end up not showing up, they lost out on income. So we built that into ScheduleFlyt so that they can actually charge for a check ride up front, or maybe they just want a deposit amount up front. And all of this is free to both the pilot and the examiner. The only way that ScheduleFlyt makes money is if you choose to do transactions through the platform. So if a designated pilot examiner or a medical examiner decides to require the deposit up front, ScheduleFlyt gets a small transaction fee, and that's how we'll pay for our servers and hosting and adding additional features and stuff like that. So if you want to support the platform, we highly encourage you to do that. But if not, no problem. Not a big deal at all. This was built by me, a pilot, for other pilots. I have a software engineering background, and it was something that I saw that was desperately needed in aviation and wanted to solve that problem. So yeah, I hope you check out the platform. And if you want to learn more about the platform, check out our other videos on how to use it and how each function works. They're short, they're to the point, so shouldn't take you too much time to get up and running. And it's pretty self-explanatory anyway. It's pretty easy to get through. So no complicated tech stuff, just a few buttons and a few fields, and you're good to go. Hope to see you on the platform. Bye.